was aware that I had had some sort of nuclear explosion in my body because I felt everything went red, and when you break your neck, your whole nervous system just goes. And so I kind of stayed conscious all the way until they filled me up with morphine after I got out of the helicopter. But I do remember my primary feeling was anger that happened to me, that I'd been so stupid. I should have broken my collarbone. And, it's that random thing about life. It jumps out and attacks you. And here was me with the rest of my life staring at me in a completely different way than it should have,
Mm-hmm. And when your life was staring at you in a different way, what did it look like? What was going through your head?
Very bleak, but I was in denial, Shan. I just refused to accept that it had happened to me in the beginning, and I just kind of thought, well, I'm just going to have to get better, aren't I? Because I was the coper and I was the practical one, and I just couldn't believe that I'd done this to myself.
Mm. And it's interesting you say, I was the coper, I was the practical one. I wonder how easy it was for you at the time and subsequently to say, I think I might need a bit of help emotionally.
Emotionally, I still have grave difficulty saying that. Physically, I had to accept the realities pretty early on. I can't show my weakness because it hurts people. You know that when something so catastrophic happens, so painful, it hurts your loved ones so much. They've got enough to deal with without hearing your grief as well. You can end up in a lonely place.
Recognizing that you find it difficult to reach out for help, has that shifted anything for you?
I think it took me several years to come out of denial about the whole thing, that I was stuck with this for life, to accept that I was where I was, and to start to be happy that I was here, that I'd seen a lot of my friends had lost their lives from cancer, and I suddenly thought, gosh, I'm here, I'm lucky. Let's start being good about that. Along with that has come, I think, more recognition that I did need to seek help, and that I couldn't cope with everything on my own. So I have sort of tried a little bit in the last few years to open up a bit. Hard though, very hard.
And I wonder what part writing plays in that, because I've read you for many years and you pour everything onto the page. I mean, I don't know whether it's everything of you, but as a reader, it feels like everything of Melanie is there, and that's the difficult bits and the hurdles, but also some bursts of joy and resilience. And what has that been like for you? That experience of putting it down on paper and then sending it out to a vast community of people?
That's my lifeboat. Work is my way of coping. If I didn't have work, if I hadn't started writing within a few days in the spinal unit, I don't know how I would have survived, because I was able to express it, which a lot of people aren't. I was very, very blessed in that sense, privileged. And what I used to do, I never thought about a large community of people or readers. What I did, I just wrote down everything. And then I hit send. I used to hit send, and it was gone. And it was possibly 2 years before I was ever able to read anything that I had written, because it was just a way of getting rid of the grief.
Do you feel now there's a sense of, I hesitate to use the word acceptance, but a different relationship that you have with your body now going forward? I mean, how does that future look to you?
When I used to look at the mountains, I used to cry because I thought, I'm never going to climb them again, because this stupid body of mine won't work. And now I can look at the mountains and think, well, I can still see them. I can still enjoy beautiful things. And I think I'm a little bit kinder to myself. I try and nurture my body a bit more instead of punishing it. because I kind of accept that, you know, it's this great big appendage that I've got to drag with me for the rest of my life, but I have to look after it, because my head, where I feel that I reside, my head is dependent on it. I've got to take it with me. So yeah, I'm gentler on myself, I think, which is a good thing. I'm getting older too, so you know, we all learn. We all learn as we get older.